Hey guys, welcome back to Laura's Little Luxuries. My name is Laura, and here on my channel I like to share all the little ways that I bring some luxury into my life even as I live on a budget. And today, I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I think I'm starting to get a cold, so apologies if my voice gives out during this video. But I thought that I would show you guys my two newest bags up close and personal. I unboxed both of these in previous videos, and I'll link at least one of them up here in the corner for you so you can go watch that. I think that one's going to be the Olivia video, but I also unboxed the Madison, and I wanted to give you guys a closer look at those because while I did pull them out of the boxes and kind of show you on camera, I didn't take the time to really give you an in-depth tour of the bags and stuff them and show you how they fit on the body really well. So we're going to take some more time today to do that for both of these new styles. The Madison has been around a little bit longer. It was released several weeks ago now, although PLG has been doing these just like back-to-back-to-back releases of brand new styles, so it really hasn't been that long that it's been out, but I did wait a little while before I purchased it. And then the Olivia I purchased right when it was dropped, and I just received it a few days ago, so it's still a fairly new style. And I've got them both here. I'm gonna pull out the Madison first because that's the one that I've been using, so I can show you what all I have stuffed into it, how it fits, and you guys can let me know down in the comments what you think. Okay, so here she is. This is the large Madison in the color Nutmeg, and as you can see, mine has really pretty chunky pebbles. This one was an AP, I believe. I might have to go back and confirm that in my last video I made. I left the boxes at my parents' house. It has really pretty even pebbling on the front and the back panels, and then the sides are a little bit chunkier, which I personally love. I've been using my magic sphere or crystal ball charm on it, which I think looks super cute for the Halloween season. But for now I'm going to take that off just so that we can inspect the bag a little bit better. And I just used an O-ring to hang this. I kind of wish that the Madison had a better way to hang flare on it. This works okay. It'd be a little better if there was a way to attach it like further down, I think. But the O-ring works fine, and I will link some O-rings down below, so if that's something that you'd like to use on your bags, you can grab some. I just got a package off of Amazon, pretty inexpensive. And they have different colors and sizes of O-rings, but I like these ones that I think are either 1 or 1.5 inch, and then they're like the antiqued brass finish. I just like that it matches the hardware on all of my PLG bags. And then of course, this flare is like a keychain style, so it's got the lobster claw. Here's the Madison with nothing on it. The large and the medium both have pockets on the front, 2 pockets that are stitched right down the middle. And these pockets are big enough for my phone. So it's a little harder when it's stuffed full, but my phone will slide down about that far. And I've got an iPhone 15, just regular, not a Pro or a Max. This Nutmeg, I think that what I'm smelling is like the chemical dye smell, but it smells fruity to me, which I always find kind of funny. It does smell like leather too, but it has that like, yeah, fruity chemical smell. I don't know, it's interesting. The straps on it have a pretty good drop actually. I was afraid that it would be too tight and I would be annoyed by these straps, but it's actually a pretty comfortable carry. I carried this for like 2-3 days when I was back at home, and then as I was traveling, when I was back at my parents' house, and then as I was traveling back to my home, this was the bag that I had with me, and it worked well. I was like in and out of gas stations and rest stops and stuff with this, and it was fine. The straps, I think that I could have issues with them falling off of my shoulder, but I didn't really. Like, they actually stayed on pretty securely. It's easy enough to like hook my thumb through the strap, so I like that about it. And people have kind of complained online about this bag not being big enough for this being the large size. I'm inclined to agree. I do wish that it was a little bit bigger. I was expecting it to feel a little bit bigger. I think my biggest issue with it is that it's not very deep. If it just had like maybe an inch more of depth, that would really help. But I mean, this bag has all of my normal everyday carry stuff but it's kind of a tight fit. So I'm gonna aim you down and show you inside of it. So here we are up close. It does have the snap on the top, which I appreciate. And then it actually really doesn't open very wide. So I'm having a little bit of a struggle with that. Like I wish that this opening wasn't blocked so much by the straps. I mean, you can see just with me trying to show it to you here, it's kind of hard to get the straps out of the way. And then all that I have in here is just my usual stuff, and it's pretty full. So I've got my mini bifold wallet, my big wad of keys, and this is on a short keychain right now in Cosmo. I've got my chili red taco tassel, my cobalt taco keychain that I keep my car fob in, and my Meadow Eclipse that has all of my extra stuff. And that was it. Now it's empty. There is a pocket at the back, which I haven't used. I tend to really not use inside pockets. I could put my phone in there. It does fit. It wouldn't interfere with the snap, so that's good to know. I don't know, I guess maybe I would put like receipts or something in there if I needed to, but the inside pocket I don't usually end up finding all that useful. But yeah, I mean, here's what it looks like empty. It's just not huge. I could fit like a notebook in here. I've got a notebook here I can show you guys with. So this is like I don't know if this is a standard size or not, probably not. This just came from Marshall's, but it's kind of a larger size notebook. And it will go down inside of here, but it does take up a lot of space. Like there is not a lot of extra room around that notebook. I know when this first came out, it was sort of advertised as like a book bag. So let's try to put a couple more books in here. Here I've got a couple of like trade paperbacks from my bookshelf. These are just some romance novels. Catherine Center, by the way, is one of my favorites. This one was good too. So if we put these down in here with the notebook, this all fits. So this is a good size if you want to carry a book around with you. But then there's really not space for much of the rest of my stuff. Like that takes up really most of the interior space. I could probably slide my wallet down in here. And then I could probably stick this down in here, maybe like off to the side. Yeah, that went in. But then that's really all the space that there is. So like my Eclipse and my taco tassel, and then I guess my keys could just like lay on top. They could go down in the front. I don't know, I don't like that. I don't like how lumpy that is. But there's no room for those other pouches that I almost always carry. So that's pretty full. So I don't know, you guys tell me, can it be counted as a large if it only carries a few books and your wallet and keys? I don't know. I feel like my oversized Naomi would carry like 5 times this much stuff. My large Naomi would carry a lot more than this. My Lolas carry more than this. It's a cute bag, it's just really not that spacious. But I do love the nutmeg color, so I'm glad that I got that. I'm gonna keep it for a while, see how often I actually feel like using it. I think this is one that's either going to grow on me and I'm gonna find what I like to use it for, or it's gonna sit in my closet for like 6 months and I'm gonna realize that it's just not a bag that I need in my collection. So we'll see, time will tell. That's what fits in the Madison. And I hope that you guys enjoyed getting to see the close-ups a little bit more. Again, this leather is gorgeous. I love this nutmeg. It's so beautiful. But yeah, I'm just not sure about the style yet. Not quite sold on it. Okay, let me set this aside and then we can get into the large Olivia. Here she is. Now this bag I love. I have not carried her very much. I think I only carried her once when I first got her. Just that next day, and then I switched over to the Madison. But I really like the shape of this bag and the size. This is the large, and it is pretty big. In fact, when I got home last night and I showed Jason, my partner, my new bags, he didn't really like the Madison. He doesn't love the chunky pebbles, but he did really like this one, although he said that he thought it might be too big. that he would like a smaller version. And I told him, well, he's in luck because they make a medium, and I probably will buy that at some point too. Now, this is not the strap that came with it. Obviously, this is my trusty Amazon strap that I have been loving lately, which I will link down below if you're interested. But something that I really love about this bag is that the strap is detachable, and it's got these leather loops here that it's really easy to put a different strap on. Let me switch it out. You saw the, like, trying to get the right angles for you guys. Okay, so you're seeing it with the shoulder strap, or the guitar strap as a shoulder strap. And then I can also lengthen this and turn it into a crossbody strap. And it's really comfortable to carry it this way, very much just like a satchel bag. I think it's really cute. I don't think it's too big on me. I think that Jason just prefers a smaller bag, but I like having a big old bag to carry all my stuff around. So now let me switch out the handle so that you guys can see the original one that comes on it. I'll let you watch me as I do this so that you can see what the process is like. So these just have like lobster claw clasps on them. Pretty easy to take off. And then I was just storing the original strap down inside. And this one actually is a nice thick strap. It's thicker than most of PLG's straps. Like this down here is the width that most straps are, but you can see that it's actually wider across where it would sit on your shoulder. So that's really nice. And then it's got these pegs. So there's two different lengths. You can see there's a hole here and a hole here. It's on the longer length peg right now. And I think that's where I'm going to keep it. Yeah, I prefer having it just on the longer setting. So I'm just going to put it through the loop here, and I'm doing it from the inside toward the outside, because then I'm going to pull it through and loop it around, put it through this little loop to keep it nice and secure. I hope you guys can actually see what I'm doing here. And then put it through the peg and through this loop here. This one's attached. This one slides around, but this one here is attached. So there you go. That one's on. And I think that this strap looks really nice on it. I just wanted to try it with the guitar strap, but I think I'll usually end up carrying it with this shoulder strap that it came with. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing over here. Again, from the inside out. Pull that through. Loop it through the little slide here. On the longest setting, and then back through the fixed loop. Okay, and there we have it. Now the strap that originally came with it is back on. This is how it hangs on my shoulder with the original strap. Super cute. And I always have to check to see which side is the front and which is the back, because this one just has the Portland leather stamped here, so it's really easy to flip it backwards. It does have a pocket on the back that runs across the entire width of the bag, and it's hard to show you guys because the opening is smaller than the bottom of it, but it's a really big pocket. So if you're someone who really likes to have pockets inside your bag to separate your stuff, that I think will be good for you. I did test it out to see if it'll hold my laptop, because online it says that it will hold a 13-inch laptop, and that's what I have, is a 13-inch MacBook Air. My laptop does fit, but it's a little tight. So let's stuff this bag. I'll show you guys how everything goes in there together. Can you see in there now? This pocket is just massive, and it kind of flops down. It reminds me a lot of the pocket that's in the Circle bag, because that one also like takes up the whole back half of the bag. And also there are trees stamped on it. So, all right, I've got my laptop here. Here it is. You can see it compared to the bag. Like, the laptop really is as tall as the bag. So I was concerned about how this was going to fit. And let's first try to put it in the pocket, because I was thinking maybe that could kind of keep it separated. But if you do that, then it's not going to close over the laptop. You see how tall it is? So let's try it just down in the middle section. It fits a little better down in the middle section. And I was practicing with this at home if I could get the snap closed. So let's go over the top of the laptop. So it will go, but it's pretty tight. I was definitely expecting it to be just a little bit roomier, hoping that my laptop would easily fit in there. It does fit, but I probably will end up leaving it unsnapped. So let's put other stuff in here with it and just see how it all works out. So I'm gonna put my Meadow Eclipse down at the bottom. And you know, I'm noticing that now that I've been using this for a while, this Meadow leather has really softened up, because Meadow's pretty stiff when you first get it. But yeah, it's much squishier now, which I kind of like. So, okay, we'll put that down at the bottom. And then I'll put my little taco keychain down at the bottom as well. We'll put the taco tassel down in there. And let's do the wallet. Again, this is a mini bifold. This is a really good wallet if you like something that's smaller but like with more compartments. I love this thing. Okay, that can go down there. This, let's just toss it in because we can. This is my double zip in Naples that I've been keeping nail stuff in. So it's got like my nail oil and a little file and my cuticle nippers and just some other little supplies. I took that on my trip with me and it was handy. And then I guess the last thing that I would normally have is my keys. And actually, an important feature that I forgot to show you is that this has a key loop. So I will clip these onto the key loop. And then I will tuck those back behind my computer. I'm gonna kind of stick them in the pocket to try to keep them from clanking against the computer too much. So, okay, there's everything in the bag. It's getting pretty heavy. And obviously, as you can see, when it's stuffed with everything else, the computer does still kind of stick out the top. So I was really hoping that this would be a good work bag, and I think it still can be. You know, it does fit the laptop, so if I'm going to work and I need to just slide my laptop in there and take it with me, it will fit, but it's not the ideal size. I think it'll be better for when I just want a larger shoulder bag on a normal day. This is what it looks like. I don't love that the laptop is sticking out the top. If they sold an oversize in this, I would definitely buy it as my work bag. As it is, I think this will just be like a normal everyday carry, not necessarily a laptop bag for me. So if you were thinking about getting one specifically to carry a laptop, now you know. It will fit, might not be ideal. I think I still would prefer like a medium tote or a Verona. What else do I like to carry my laptop in? Even a medium crossbody fits, I think, better than this does. But it's a really cute bag. Let me show you how flare attaches on it. It doesn't have any sort of like a flare loop on it, but I've found that it's pretty easy to attach some flare around the handle here. Again, using the O-ring is probably the best way. So here we go. I just put the O-ring through where the strap attaches here, and it's gonna hang down mostly on like the front. I could put it on the back too, but I like to have mine on the front usually. And I do kind of wish that I could get this to hang more like here on the bag. I'm gonna try to do that. I think maybe if I put it through the bottom loop instead. Yeah, that's a little bit better. I prefer that. There we go. This is what she looks like. I do love her. I really love Sienna. This is the color Sienna, if I haven't mentioned that yet. And I've been wanting to try a bag in this color regardless, and it's so beautiful. It's like the most perfect pumpkin brown color. So pretty. The pebbles on this one are really even. This was a premium bag. And I love the way that the seam comes together here. It kind of reminds me of the koala, the way that these panels come out and make it like rounded. It's just this adorable teardrop shape. I really, really like it. I also just wanted to show you, if I take the laptop out, this is how it carries. And actually, I could see myself shortening the strap to carry it just as a shoulder bag with my normal purse stuff in it. This is much more comfortable. It's kind of a little too heavy with the laptop in it, if I'm being honest. But it feels really good when I just have my littles and like my wallet and stuff in there. And I think it looks better too. It's not as like bulky and stretched out. So here are those two new styles together. You can see that the Olivia definitely has a size advantage on the Madison, but they're not hugely different in size. All right, let me know down in the comments, what do you think? Do you have either of these bags? Are you considering them? What size is your preference? Were you surprised at how little Miss Madison was? Yeah, I want to hear your guys' thoughts. I'm pretty happy with them overall, but again, I don't know how useful this one's going to be for me in the long run. She is a cutie though. This one I can see myself getting a lot more use out of, even though the laptop fit is not perfect. I love the bag so much that I don't even care. I'll still use it regardless. And I may even go for a medium in this one because that might be a better, like, just regular old purse, whereas this one's almost a little too big for that on a daily basis. I don't know. There's pros and cons to all of it, but there you go. Let me know what you think down below. Oh, and I also wanted to share, because the C-Sale just happened last night, that I was successful. I do think that the lumping together of the sizes, which if you haven't heard about that yet, go ahead and watch this video up here all about what was available in the C-Sale. But I think that the lumping together of the sizes deterred a lot of people from ordering because the sale did not go nearly as fast as it usually does. The newer styles did sell out pretty quickly, but a lot of the styles hung around for a long time. I think it was like 40 minutes before it was sold out, which I know that sounds fast, but that is slow for a C-Sale. So on my first order, I got an August, so that would be either a medium or a large. It's a surprise. And then a triangle. And actually the triangles were one of the first to sell out, so I was lucky that I got that. So I did those two and then I checked out and then I went back, and on my second one I tried to get an Olivia, and again you couldn't pick the size. And then I also got a Naomi, and the Olivia sold out. So I only got the Naomi on that second order. That could be a small, large, or an XL. And then I was talking to my mom during this whole time. She was on the phone with me just giving me moral support, and she was interested in getting something, but she was driving home from work, and so I was like, well, there's still things left, so if you want me to order something for you, I can. So she wants to try a medium crossbody, so I went ahead and I ordered her a medium crossbody and just had it shipped to her. So she'll be getting that, and hopefully she'll share some photos with me so that I can update you guys. But yeah, that's what we got. We got an August tote, a triangle, a Naomi, and then the medium crossbody for my mom. So fingers crossed that we get some good stuff. I'm hoping that she gets a color that she is gonna really like in the medium crossbody. And if not, I told her that I would help her sell it or trade it or something. So that's what's up with the C-Sale. Let me know down below what you guys got if you participated, or if you're just gonna have fun watching all of the other bags roll in for everybody else. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that bell icon so that you get notified every time I post a new video. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.